It's Love Week here on Meet a Stranger, and we're exploring it all. The good, the bad, the why on earth do we even do this? We're starting it off on a fun note, though, before we get to the inevitable, with a couple that I had met that just got engaged less than 24 hours ago. Drunk on love and margaritas. They share with me how they were able to take a long-distance relationship where they didn't see each other for weeks and truly learn how to communicate with each other. It's gonna be fun today. Hi, I'm Matt Hayes, and this is episode number 12 of Meet a Stranger. The lady friend and I were out at a local establishment observing Taco Tuesday as we do every single week, when the couple sitting next to us were just so happy. They were fun, flirty, having the time of their lives on vacation. I learned that they had just got engaged less than 24 hours ago on the beach. So I thought I'd have some fun and chat with them. And the insight they shared was something I think we all can learn from. Take a listen. The two of you just got engaged.
We did yesterday.
Yes, we're so excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He did so good, and he went above and beyond on my ring. We're super happy.
Did you have an idea it was coming down the pike?
I'm pretty bad at surprises, so I may have leaked a little bit of information the last few months.
Like, a little way too much, but it was okay. We were pretty sure it was coming when it was coming. I knew it was coming on this trip, but I didn't know what day. And so he told me to wear my white dress and that I needed to look really cute because we're going to go look at the sunset. And then we went to the beach, and he wanted me to go all the way down to this one side of the beach to take pictures.
I'm pretty bad at surprises.
But it was so good. It was so cute. And he had a photographer and everything, so he did
Wow. You had it all prepped out.
I did, how to do it right once and then never again. So.
You can teach other men how to do it right now.
I know, I'm making all her friends' boyfriends look bad.
How long have you two been dating for?
Our 4 years is in tomorrow.
Wow. How old are the two of you?
I'm 24.
I'm 23.
So you two have been dating for 4 years. I'm going to ask you each this question. How do you see your life being different now that once you get married? How is this going to change your relationship? How do you see life being different, or is it not going to be different? How do you envision this next chapter going?
I don't think it'll be any different, but I'm glad we'll be able to move in together.
How about you?
I don't think it'll be any different either. I pretty much am over at your house like 4 days a week. So I don't think it's going to be too different, but I think it's going to be fun living together and doing life together. We kind of figured out how to communicate and go through arguments and all of that already. So we're pretty good. Good team. I'm excited.
How do you two work through those arguments? How have you worked on your communication skills?
We tried to figure it out before we go to bed or leave. Like, it's really important to us to be on the same page at all times, and we don't always see eye to eye, and we have a lot of arguments just like everybody else, but it's just really important that we understand each other, and I try not to make her upset. She tries not to make me upset, so we try to just understand each other, and we're usually on the same page most of the time anyway, so it works out.
I also think it's different because we started out our relationship dating for 1 month in person, and then we did a year and a half or 2 years long distance.
Wow.
Right after 1 month, and so that grew a really good foundation in communication. And I think we learned how to, sort through our differences and maybe like disagreements through communicating really well over the phone, because you can't just hug each other or figure it out together. So you got to communicate really well. But that helped us build a quick foundation on how each other respond to different things and how we can best communicate with each other and solve a problem. We usually solve our problems within 20-30 minutes and we have a problem.
How far of a distance were the two of you between where and where?
The longest about 4 hours, so not too bad. Yeah. But I could really only see her on the weekend, and she was a full-time athlete, so there were weekends where I wouldn't see her for a month or two. So it was a lot sometimes to work through, but we did it.
Now that the two of you will be able to move in together and form that life together, knowing each other and your habits, what is the one thing that you're whether not looking forward to or know of a habit that maybe you're hoping that the other will work through once you are cohabitating together?
So hard. He's so clean. I don't know. Maybe doing the dishes, because he's pretty bad. It takes a couple days. But other than that,
I'm pretty bad. I'm pretty bad at house chores. I think my biggest thing would just be able to play Xbox without her feeling left out.
Okay, so let's make a deal. You can play the Xbox as long as you're doing the dishes.
That sounds good to me.
See, we solved this problem already. The communication skills. You guys got it down.
This is so great. I'm glad we already had this conversation.
Long-distance relationships appear to be more of a thing now more than ever. I mean, it's not like the olden days where you could write an old-fashioned Dear Sweetheart letter on paper and it would take weeks to get to your significant other on the other side of the ocean. Now you just grab your phone and you FaceTime them when you're on the toilet. But please don't do that. I love how they took that time apart, and instead of making it a negative, they really learned how to communicate with each other. They made that effort to truly learn how to talk about their needs and have the ability to work quickly through situations. There are couples that live next door to each other who don't even make that effort. The fact that they learned that so early on gives one hope that they'll be together for a very long time. I mean, do you know how you and your significant other truly communicate with each other? Why don't you sit down and ask them that tonight? Maybe it's a conversation that, if you have right now, can help you down the road when you need it the most. Throughout the week, we're going to dig more into how dating has changed over the years and how maybe some of the traditional ways we meet and date and marry people should change for good. More on that later in the week. Congratulations to the two of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. Next time you're on the island, next round is on me. And thank you, dear listener, for taking time to meet a stranger today. I'd love to know what you think about today's episode. You can always slide into my DMs on all those evil social media channels. Find me at Go Meet a Stranger. Until tomorrow, fellow lovebird, I'm Matt Hayes. Onward. It's